Hey guys, it's me Zaina and welcome back to my channel ZoomWithZaina. Alright guys, so I'm finally back with another interesting video, and as all of you must have read the title, today's video is going to be about 15 mispronounced words and how you can pronounce them right. Just as a general note for all of you, today's video I'll be explaining all of you the pronunciations in the British pronunciation rather than American or anything else. I have grown up studying and learning in the British pronunciation, so it'll be easier for me, and just to keep the whole video uniform, we're going to stick to the British pronunciation. So without any further ado, let's go into the video. Well, this is quite important as obviously the whole video revolves around this word, pronounce. Pronounce. It is said pronounce in both the British pronunciation and the American pronunciation, so it is pronounce. Moving on to the second word, pronunciation. Pronunciation. Now, because of the word pronounce, many of us tend to get confused and we say pronunciation. Well, that's wrong. It is pronunciation. For some food items, coming to the third word, almond. Almond. I know it's spelled as A-L-M-O-N-D, but generally the L is silent, so you won't say almond, you will say almond. Almond is good for your brain. Almond. Coming to a similar word, salmon. Our fourth word is salmon. Salmon is spelled as S-A-L-M-O-N, but instead of saying salmon, you will say salmon. Ooh, salmon is delicious. Fifth word. I honestly find this quite confusing, so that's why I'm here to clear the confusion for all of you too. Croissant. Croissant. Now, croissant is a French item and therefore its name is delivered from France. So the British pronunciation, that is croissant, is closer to the French pronunciation. And just a quick comparison, in the American pronunciation, we say it as croissant, croissant, whereas in the British pronunciation, we say it as croissant, croissant. I like a croissant. Coming to the sixth word. Now for this, you'll have to pay a little close attention. If you want, you can rewind and listen to it again. Dessert. Dessert. And by this one, I mean the dessert that we generally eat after our full course or our meal. It is dessert. Now let me just quickly tell you the difference. Abu Dhabi is a desert. It is a desert. Whereas the food that we eat, it is a dessert. So instead of pronouncing it as D-E-S-S-E-R-T, you will change the E into I, so it becomes more like dessert. Dessert. For example, my favorite dessert is a chocolate cake. So not dessert, dessert. Moving on to the seventh word, restaurant. Restaurant. Now, just to again give you a comparison between the American pronunciation and the British pronunciation, in the American pronunciation, we pronounce it the way we spell it, so it is restaurant, restaurant, whereas in the British pronunciation, it is restaurant, restaurant. So it's more of a combination of letters, so it becomes restaurant. Although if you use both in public places, people will still understand you, so there's no issue. Look at a few animals. Coming to the eighth word, tortoise. Tortoise. This is quite a confusing word. Many of us tend to say tortoise, but it is actually tortoise. Now in the American accent, you consider the R as well, so the R is pronounced as well. So it is tortoise, tortoise. Whereas in the British pronunciation, you say it as tortoise, tortoise. For example, a tortoise is quite slow. Coming to the next animal, the king of the jungle, lion. Lion. Not lion, lion. My favorite animal is the lion. Now let's look at a day of the week. Wednesday. Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Wednesday. So again, you combine all the letters together, so it ends up becoming Wednesday. Coming to the 11th word, this is a generally mispronounced word, and I'd just like to clear that today. It is epitome, not epitome, epitome, epitome. She is an epitome of happiness, epitome. Coming to the 12th word, asthma, asthma. Looking at the American pronunciation, instead of the S, we'll say it as a Z, so it will be asthma, asthma. But coming to the British pronunciation, it is asthma. She suffers from asthma. Coming to the 13th word, genre, genre. Not genre or not genre, genre. And number 14, jewelry, jewelry. Her favorite piece of jewelry is a necklace, jewelry. And the 15th word is itinerary, itinerary. Now in the American pronunciation, we say it slightly differently. We say it as itinerary, itinerary. So it's basically pronounced the way it's spelled, so it's itinerary. Whereas in the British pronunciation, it's itinerary, itinerary. Have you prepared the itinerary for the trip? Itinerary. Alright guys, so here were 15 words that we generally mispronounce. So I hope all of you finally got the correct pronunciation today. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Anyways, see you in my next video. Stay home, stay safe. Bye! Just as a general note for all of you before we begin. Just as a general note for all of you Now let's look at a week of the day. Now that we often mispronounce and